If you sell first, will you be homeless? A lot of people think that. And I do work with people occasionally that they want to sell first. And honestly, I've always said this. There times in certain markets where it's prudent to sell first or buy first in specific markets? Absolutely. But you have to remember that it depends on what your tolerance is. And in some markets, it is really prudent to sell first. But oftentimes, sellers will say to me, well, if I sell first, I'm going to be homeless. Nothing is further from the truth. That is only your thought about it, right? And that's all it is. That's a thought. And that thought is causing you fear. That's all that is. We account for all that. I have never had a miss. I've had people get down to 2 weeks to 10 days prior to the closing of their house, and we still have not got another deal together. And it happens. And I tell these stories to people when they're stressed. And of course, they don't know, they might hear it, but they don't really listen, or they're listening, but they don't really hear it, whatever way you want to put that. But that is the reality, is we bring about what we think about. So if you think the process is going to be fearful, guess what? It's going to be fearful. And if you think it's going to be, you know what, everything will work out, then it does. And I walk around most days when I have nothing else going on upstairs, and I'll say to myself, things always work out for me. And you know what? Things always work out for me. And real estate is no different. Just because it's a big thing that you may not do every day doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to bite you in the ass, that it's going to be out to get you, that there's something going on out of your control. No, why I always say this to people is, when I'm working with buyers and sellers, have you visualized what that next house looked like? Have you actually sat down with a coffee in the morning before the kids get up, before your husband or wife gets up, and have you sat and actually visualized what it looks like and feels like to be in that new home, right? So then you're not actually homeless, you're actually living in that house. You just haven't found it yet. And I find for a lot of people that calms them down, because you can get in the space, close your eyes, you get in the space, you can look around, you can lay your hands on the armrest of your new sofa, put your feet up on your new coffee table or your current coffee table, whatever the case may be. But yes, you have to get quiet about it. And focusing on the enormity of the entire process does freak a lot of people out. And sometimes you just got to take a step back and take a breath.